Hi comrades, in today's video I want to talk about my favorite Soviet cartoons. These are the types of cartoons I grew up on, but to be honest with you, compared to American ones, they definitely have way more moral and emotional value, and I feel like, I don't know, visually they're just more interesting and unique, so I thought I'd show you my favorites. I have a whole bunch here. By the way, I forgot to mention that the videos I'm going to be watching are going to have English captions, so lock in and read, okay? Because the best part of Russian cartoons is the dialogue, except for the last one that I'm going to show you, which is just, it's just a cartoon. There's no dialogue. Anyways, lock in. I got like 371 new subscribers from my Russian swear words video, so I feel like we should expand the universe of my life. So let's watch my favorite Russian cartoons. The first movie I want to talk about, this is called Cheburashka and Gena. Cheburashka is this cute little creature that came from nobody knows where. He was found in a box of oranges, and then he becomes friends with this middle-aged crocodile that works at the zoo as a crocodile, obviously, and they become friends because they're both outsiders. I think that this movie teaches you a lot about friendship and how if you're an outsider, you can still make friends. I'm going to show you some clips. Okay, so here's found in the box of oranges, right? Here's Crocodile Gena working at the zoo as a crocodile. He becomes lonely. He decides to put in an ad into the newspaper being like, hey, I'm 50 years old and I want friends. There's also this funky little lady. She's kind of like the antagonist of this cartoon. But the thing with Russian cartoons, I feel like, is there's never like a clear enemy. Everybody kind of just becomes friends at the end. Also, I forgot to mention that she's not just a lady character. She is Shapakliak, and she's an absolute icon. And she also has this little rat that follows her around. And just watch the cartoon, okay? So they're traveling, and the suitcases are very heavy. So Cheburashka says, hey, how about I help you and I carry the bags and you carry me?
Очень тяжело нести вещи.
Ну, как тебе сказать, Чебурашка? Очень тяжело.
Слушай, Гена, давай я вещи понесу, а ты возьми меня.
Это ты здорово придумал.
And I think it's so cute how Gena obviously knows, what Cheburashka is talking about. Like that Cheburashka doesn't understand that he's not helping him, but he still accepts it, and it's so cute. Anyways, this show has like 3 episodes, I believe, and it completely was viral in USSR to the point where Cheburashka was literally the Olympic symbol. Am I just not gonna mention the fact that it's literally a labubu? Bro, Chabubu. That's what it should be called. Anyways. Next we have The Little Mermaid. This version of The Little Mermaid is definitely way different than the Disney version. It's more dark. It's not as happy. And it does end in a tragedy. It's only 30 minutes long, but it's gorgeous. This is the part where the Little Mermaid saves the prince. Do you hear the power of the music and just how gorgeous it is? By the way, I'm gonna link everything that I'm watching right now in the description so you can check it out as well. And obviously it's gonna be these exact ones that I'm watching with the English subtitles. And this is when she goes to the witch.
Был тут уже один такой случай с твоей прабабкой. Она тоже влюбилась в человека и захотела стать как люди.
Are you seeing this lore? But listen to this. The twist.
Пусть.
А если твой принц возьмет себе в жены другую, то на заре твое сердце разорвется на части, и ты превратишься в морскую пену.
Пусть.
Pretty much the story doesn't quite end like the Disney one because the prince does decide to wed someone else. And then instead of killing him, her sisters cut off their hair to get a knife from the witch to kill the prince to save her soul, but she decides not to do it. See, she gets rid of it. And by the way, he loves her like a sister. Oh, it's so sad. And she just floats away.
Русалка хотела стать как люди. Ну и одним словом, как говорится, каждый бычок, знай свой крючок.
And obviously there's a moral lesson at the end.
Это очень печально, уважаемый.
Anyways, let's watch something more funny next. We have Russian Winnie the Pooh. This one has Winnie the Pooh as a child, essentially. There is Piglet, and it's about Winnie the Pooh being a fatty. But I think that the main idea of Russian Winnie the Pooh is the fact that even ordinary things in life are good, and it's okay to just be regular. Essentially, these are like different episodes. In the first episode, Winnie the Pooh is trying to get some honey to go visit his friend the rabbit, so he doesn't come empty-handed. But listen to this.
А зачем тебе жужжать, если ты не пчела? По-моему, так. А зачем на свете пчелы? Для того, чтобы делать мед. По-моему, так. А зачем на свете мед? Для того, чтобы я его ел. По-моему, так.
Easy conclusions. This little cartoon is very much adored in a lot of people's hearts. But it is more on like the nonsensical for little children type of cartoon. Next we have Ежик в тумане, which is Hedgehog and Fog. It's about the fear of the unknown. It's about this tiny little hedgehog that travels across the forest to visit his friend the bear. I think that this cartoon is about mystery and being scared of the unknown and having trust in a friendship that everything will be okay. This is definitely more of like an atmospheric type of cartoon, which just sets a tone for Soviet children. I don't know. It's really cute. Eventually, he obviously makes it to the other side, but he's traumatized.
Ёжик, где ж ты был? Я звал, а ты не откликался. Я уже и самовар на крыльце раздул. Креслице плетеное придвинул, чтобы удобнее звезды считать было. Вот думаю, сейчас придешь, сядем, чайку попьем с малиновым вареньем. Ты ведь малиновое варенье несешь, да? А я и самовар раздул, и веточек этих можжевеловых, чтоб дымок был. И ведь кто же, кроме тебя, звезды-то считать будет?
Медвежонок говорил.
He was worried about
А
him.
ежик думал, все-таки хорошо, что мы снова вместе. И еще ежик думал о лошади. Как она там, в тумане.
Oh, I literally get chills. Okay, next we have another kind of comedic one for children. This one is called Prostokvashino. It's about this kid whose name is Uncle Fyodor, Daddy Fyodor, like I'm not even joking you, and he befriends this talking dog and this talking cat, and he leaves his parents and moves to this village called Prostokvashino. I think that this cartoon is mostly about being independent and trusting in yourself, and also just believing in the simple life. There's a bunch of quotes from this, by the way. This is like the beginning of the cartoon, and literally everybody quotes this every time they eat a sandwich in Russia. Sandwiches in Russia are not two pieces of bread, but like you eat bread and then like a kolbasa on top. So they meet and they start talking because he's eating his sandwich wrong.
Неправильно ты, дядя Федор, бутерброд ешь.
Fellow Fyodor.
Колбасой сверху держишь, а надо колбасой на язык класть. Так вкуснее получится.
And he listens to the cat and does it. He also has a cool, sassy mother who's tired of working for everyone else. Eventually, his parents decide to go, and they also embrace his simple life. It's a really cute show. Next cartoon we have is really sad. It's about a girl that has a mitten and she's so lonely that she imagines that it's a little dog. It's like cute, you know, but look, she's like so sad and so lonely, and her mom is not paying attention to her, and she sees all these other kids that have dogs. So she starts pretending that her little mitten is her dog. And it's so cute. Oh, it's also wordless. There's no conversation, so anybody can watch it. Eventually, her mom gets her a real dog, but it's really cute. It's a really cute cartoon. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of like out there and I probably didn't make a lot of sense, but I wanted to show you the general vibe. If you're interested, I do kind of want to make a video about Russian cartoons that are comparable to Disney stories, like about princesses and stuff, but I don't know if there would be any interest in that. I will link all the cartoons that I watched today in the description box, and thanks for watching.